Greetings, humans. I come in pieces. Up here, in pieces. That means it's broken. My brain is broken, so, and in more ways than just one. What we're talking about here, especially on this channel, one of the core subjects is mental health. Trying to find answers for my own mental health, and I'm trying to share that information with others as I can find it. So this episode is the first in a short series on my mental health. But the next episode is not going to be on my mental health. We're actually going to shift gears and talk about something else. And it's not positive, it's negative. I know that's a bad thing to do, especially when you're trying to start a channel, but I'm going to talk about it. It has to be dealt with. I've seen several professionals, psychiatrists, psychologists, medical doctors, therapists, many others, friends, family, and I have no answers as to what caused the major problems that I've had with my mental health in the last 13 years. I had no idea that I would end up here, desperate, broken. I come in pieces, and I come in peace. You see, some cases of mental illness can be self-induced, but in most cases, it's actually caused from the outside. It's either from an individual, such as a parent or a spouse, somebody close to you who causes your mental illness, or from a group of people that were abusive, or society at large, which is what people with mental disabilities tend to suffer. Our mental illnesses, if we have them, typically we do, come from society. Now, being an autistic, I've had amazing gifts given to me. I've been punished for having those gifts as well, for being better than the average person, being better than everybody else in specific things, not everything. I've always been expected to be perfect because I'm not perfect, and yet I'm glorified. Glorified pariah, glorified interloper. I don't remember the lyrics now. My memory just doesn't work anymore. Even my own music, my own lyrics. For my eponymously named songs, Noah Roots, the lyrics are actually discriminated yet celebrated, lionized pariah, glorified interloper. I've been accused of having an ego, a little too proud of my greatness. I'm not great. I'm brutally honest with myself. I don't understand why humans have a problem with being okay with what they're good at and what they're not good at. I thought I said that in my TEDx talk, but people still think that I have an ego problem. I have a self-worth problem. I've pretty much conquered that, I think. But up until about the age of 35, I had major problems. Pretty much everybody taught me that I wasn't really worth much. And I suffer from severe anxiety. I have the diagnosis for severe anxiety. And you know where my severe anxiety came from, right? Society, people, your requirements, or normalcy. But part of my anxiety came from the fact that people required me to get better at what I did without discerning whether I could or not. Another major problem I've had in life is that I have learned to fear people. I didn't think I had that problem. I've been in a ton of situations where I had to defend myself and against knowing that I'm probably going to get beat up. I still did, and I got beat up. So I didn't think I had a fear of people, but I do. I have a fear of everyone. Do I have your favor? Do you like me? Am I worthy? Tell me, does that sound like somebody with an ego or somebody who's experiencing a feeling of low self-worth? Something I guess I'm still fighting with. Society brainwashed me to be fake. I have to lie. I have to tell people what they want to hear. Anything that makes me look good. If I don't do that, I'm not in compliance. I've been required by family members, bosses, co-workers, fellow students, teachers, etc. I have to be perfect, but I've never been allowed to be good. My TEDx talk was called, I Am a Professional Hypocrite, Breaking Normal. Have you seen it? When I was a kid, I got confused. I mean, kids hated me, so I always felt that I had to prove my worth, not by showing off. People always thought I was showing off, but no, I was just trying to show them what things I could do. You know, trying to add a little bit of point of self-worth. You know, I'm worth something. I can do this. Aren't I good enough to be your friend? Please. I mean, all the other kids did that all the time, but I guess when you're autistic, you do it wrong? I don't know. Look at Johnny, he can juggle. Isn't he amazing? Look at Brenda, she has so many beautiful barrettes in her hair. Isn't she amazing? But Dennis, he thinks he's so great. He can weave a basket better and faster than anybody else, and he can add extra flair to it that most people didn't even think of. Wow, how about that? I need to beat him up to remind him that he's beneath us. I've pretty much given up. I don't get it. I never have. I started suffering severe anxiety in kindergarten, depression in high school. I'm in my mid-50s and I've been suffering from depression since I was 18. I have a diagnosis for that too, from a psychiatrist. Severe depression. Graduation day, we had a party at my house for me, and my dad kept finding me in my bedroom. What are you doing in here? Everybody's here for you. Get out there. I was depressed that day. Something about it just felt empty. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I can't take it anymore. Your compliance. I did that my whole life and I paid dearly for it. If you have answers to any of this, please, please, please comment down below. I mean, people all the time comment about how they're terrible at math, or they can't dance, or they have no self-control. Oh well, but you, Dennis, you're incredible. You're gifted. You can do anything. Therefore, you must be perfect. You're trying to prove that you're better than us? Get back down here in this bucket with us other crabs. But you just put them in a bucket and you're fine, because they pull each other down back into the bucket. You can't get out of here without the rest of us. Why can't you run when you're so good at science, young man? You should be perfect at everything. Don't you dare get an ego. Never had an ego. I hate egos. Always hated egos. I've been trying to write music for decades. It was good music. It wasn't great. And the PTSD hit and, oh, now I can write music. Okay, well, let's go for it. In fact, the music you're hearing right now, that's me free riffing or jamming or whatever they call it to this video. Music is another major part of this channel. The name of the music project is Zenoic Roots. Then YouTube sabotaged everything. We'll talk about that in a future episode. Anyway, I wasn't quite ready. I've been formulating these commentaries for a very long time. Working on the songs. They are not copyrighted yet. Most of them still need work. I've got some that are pretty much done. Some. I wrote a song called Threat to Society, where the chorus says, I have never been a threat to society, but you've always been a threat to me. Everyone is suffering from anxiety. It is self-induced, societally. It's sucking the life out of everyone, right? I mean, anxiety's everywhere. You turn on the news and they're talking about mental health as a major problem. Not to mention the quantity of depression out there. I mean, anxiety begets depression. There's a lot of anxiety, and yeah, there's a lot of people out there with depression. It used to be something that used to be ashamed of. You were supposed to be ashamed that you had mental health issues, but now employers are now concerned, do you need a day off? They actually are changed policies, and it's amazing. Well, how did we get here? Think about it. It's maddening. You still continue to punish me for being superior or inferior in whatever. Pick the subject. I don't like it. But I in particular am particularly broken. I am begging you for your help. I am absolutely unable to work a normal job anymore. I can't work 40 hours a week. I can't work 8 to 5. I can't work the schedule. I can't stand traffic anymore every single day anymore. I can't multitask anymore. You're not allowed to call yourself a victim. Not anymore. Things changed. I think it's something about, being positive about yourself, self-improvement, or, I don't know. I think I gotta research that a little more. Because I'm mentally ill now, I don't get to choose my bad days. I don't get to prevent my meltdowns. I don't have friends anymore. I am far too broken to handle other people's pain. No matter how much I want to, I can't. So here's the point I want you to take home, please. I tried to be a good boy, always. And I paid dearly for it. All I got was punished for it. In the end, I was made mentally ill by society and its requirements, by you and your compliance. Have you seen my TEDx talk? I explain it all there. If you've already seen it, I don't know how you missed the point. And now I'm broken. I was broken when I gave the talk. I didn't break my mind. I didn't make myself autistic. I didn't give myself anxiety. I didn't give myself depression, nor did I give myself complex post-traumatic stress disorder. But I am required to live with all of that. So why do you punish me for that? I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I mean, in the end, what I've learned is everyone was wrong. Not until my mind was broken. Then it was too late. I wish I could have have figured out long ago that all of you didn't know what you were talking about. All your requirements. I mean, I want to be happy. I want to thrive. I want to feel good. I don't want to be depressed or just surviving, and just feeling miserable. But this is the state I've been in for decades now, and I don't know how to change that. I need your help. I need you to comment below. I need you. I'm trying desperately to get my music out, but now I've got to focus on YouTube videos, so it's going to be a little longer before I can get my music out. Thank you, YouTube, or nobody really cares anymore. This is all that I have. I have nothing else. I mean, we could talk about my spiritual life, but I can't move forward on anything. I'm supposed to be moving forward spiritually, but I can't. That's dead in the water because mentally I'm broken. I can't move. There's nothing that brings me more joy anymore. I don't know what happiness is anymore. I've pretty much forgotten. The only thing that does bring me happiness is my music and making videos for my music. And if nobody cares, isn't that the problem? Isn't that how I got here? If I'm wrong, comment below. I'm going to go into more detail in a future episode, but either I am a massive failure when it comes to making YouTube videos and getting a channel to succeed, or my friends and family really just don't care if I succeed or not in this project. I do know that Facebook doesn't always share everything that you post. In fact, I'm pretty sure they never do. But then again, there are the numbers. And I'll go into more detail on that in a future episode. None of it makes sense to me. Comment down below. But I'm trying to figure this out, and I need your help. So I need your comments. If you're truly my friends and family, you will comment, right? So tell you what, go to my website, stoicroots.com, click on that t-shirts and merchandise link, read all the words on the website. That's pretty much my business plan right there. Click on the t-shirts and merchandise link and browse all the products there, choose a design, help me out. They come in pieces. I would also like to not go in pieces. Thanks for watching.